Here's Young. The pass to Sloan. 5 on the clock. Lopez right side. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Outside Rondo. In the corner, it's Bellinelli. Screen by Cousins. Shoots off the screen. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
After the Nets' big moves the past couple years, they were looked at as an older team, but you break it down, and you know, Greg, they're not as old as you think.
And actually had the 5th youngest team of anyone in the postseason. And so, though they seem older just because so many of their players had playoff experience or came into the league at a young age.
And Doris Burke spoke with George Karl. Doris?
The frustration was evident in his voice when I asked him about the way their season had been developing. He told me, we've been learning the hard way that anything less than a 100% effort is not going to get it done. I want to see my guys a lot hungrier than they have been. That would certainly help, gentlemen.
All right, Doris.
And, you know, for the Nets, the roster's average age was about 2 years younger at the end of the 2015 season than where they were at the end of 2014. They made a point to get younger.
Gay with no one around. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
Not looking good for him so far. 4 straight misses to start the game.
Here's Lopez, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And even though the Nets were younger last season, they were tough in tight games, playing really like a bunch of veterans, and went 10-2 on the year in games decided by 3 or fewer points. And Brook Lopez, guys, started the season as the starting center for the Nets last year, but it didn't end up that way.
Lopez ended up coming off the bench for the Nets for a stretch last season. There was a lot of debate, Clark, if that was the right role for him.
Kevin, clearly there were differing opinions because as soon as it happened, every GM called Brooklyn up to see if Lopez was available.
Now here's Rondo. He's coming off a 10-point game against Detroit.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
The Nets with the lead. Johnson outside. Lopez a screen on Gay. Down low. It's deflected. And now Sacramento on the break. Here's Sloan. Young inside. Bellinelli is covering. That's tipped. Gay outside. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
And guys, you see how Rudy Gay just exploded last season in the second half. I mean, I think he felt at ease in George Karl's system. And I think that's one reason why you're starting to see just how good Rudy Gay can be.
For a long time, critics have gotten on Gay for his lack of efficiency, but he quieted some of those voices, Clark, last year with his play and stats.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, across the board, he made nice improvements, not only in his scoring, but also his ability to create shots for others. Well, it's still early in the quarter, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And Young kicks to Ellington. Inside, out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
For Sacramento, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. There's the screen, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Now, that's a close call there on the illegal screen.
But I'd go along with it, Greg. I mean, it didn't look like his feet were set to me.
He feeds it to Young. From the baseline. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Young's got his first 2 points of the night.
I mean, no one really near him, but still, he's able to knock down the off-balance shot.
Rondo dishes to Gay. Fires from the wing. And he connects with the jumper.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Here's Sloan. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Ellington kicks to Lopez. Clock at 6. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Now Rondo. There's the feed to Bellinelli. Screen by Cousins. With some arc, can't hit. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. A tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And that was a game where you just sensed that they would get it going and somehow be able to come out with the victory, but just not in the cards on that night.
Well, you had a little more faith in them than I did. I mean, I just never saw any signs of real life there that could be sustained.
And here's the fast break. And he dunks it down.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Sacramento calls timeout.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when the team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. And the Nets with possession here. Following the 3 from Caron Butler. To the paint. Bargnani down low. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
And the Kings last season struggled with just about everybody. And the Eastern Conference was no different. Just couldn't get the wins they needed to keep pace in their conference.
Now, here is Bargnani after Darren Collison's miss. Here's Larkin. Pass to Brown. Takes the 13-footer, and that's collected by Butler.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Jacks up a 3, and another 3 for Sacramento.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Here's Larkin. There's the dish to Bargnani. To the right side. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Larkin kicks to Bargnani. Shot clock at 6. The shot is off. The Kings leading. Koufos the pass to Collison. There's the pick. Cauley-Stein with the screen for Collison. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Butler against Brown. Inside. Here's Bargnani. Koufos with the block. Collison with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Lets the three fly. The shot no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Brown kicks to Robinson. There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter. Here's Bargnani. And it's Bargnani again missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Collison gets a wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Kings lead by 5.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Reedy's checked in for Bargnani. Net shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Here's Larkin. There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Brown. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind of snowballed on him in that regard. This is a good timeout to kind of calm his guys down and hit the reset button.
They set the pick. Pass to Caspi. It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
Got a chance here to check out how the Kings ranked in the NBA last season, Kevin. 6th in second chance points, 9th in rebounding. And also, they were in the top 10 when it came to fast break points. I mean, they weren't afraid to play the game at a fast pace and run a little bit.
Yeah, but you mentioned the second chance points. I mean, you love that determination, and really they just give great effort on every play, always in hustle mode.
And for Costa Koufos, Clark, so far he hasn't had that breakout year. He has been kind of in the shadow of Marc Gasol on that front line for Memphis.
Yeah, but he's understood his role, and he's done a nice job. He did start 81 games for Denver a few seasons ago, Kevin, but I think he's very comfortable as a backup. He's one of those guys who's just effective in limited playing stints.
And talking about Koufos, he gives you some things you want out of your bigs. Great size and activity, solid rebounds and blocks per minute numbers. He may just need a chance in the right system to show more game.
And, you know, getting back to Koufos, one thing he has to get better at is finishing through contact. He has a really nice touch around the basket, but sometimes contact negates that.
Here's Larkin. Feeds to Bogdanovich. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Robinson down low. Koufos is there. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Reed. The Nets have gone 0 for 3 in the game at the line, missing all previous chances. No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. And here now the Kings. They're on a 12-3 run. And here is Butler. He has 6. Outside Collison. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Terrific shot there. I mean, he was calm, he was poised, didn't rush it at all. You got to tip your hat to him. That was well done.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And for the Kings guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes.